when I try to touch you, if I do, just tell me, please don't touch me. Can you use your words on that?
Sure.
Okay. Can you say it?
Please don't touch me.
Great, great. Thanks for telling me. Okay. And if I do start to touch you, just say, please don't touch me. Okay. Can we talk about why you're in my room today?
Because of my legs are showing.
Absolutely. And I know this feels stupid. I can tell you're pretty mad about it.
I look good like this. Even my mom thinks so.
You know what? And your mom buys your clothes, I bet, doesn't she?
Yeah, we shop together. We do almost everything together.
Okay, okay. So, if your mom thinks you look good, yet you're in here, tell me what the problem is.
I guess you. Mom, I know I ain't the problem. Call my mom. I'm not the problem. She said this was cute.
Okay. You know what? I do want to talk to your mom. But what I'm going to do...
5, 4, 3.
Okay, what I'm going to do is, this may make you mad, I'm going to ask you to write her number down. I'm going to ask you to write her number down, and I'm going to come back. Okay, I'm not going to go with the don't touch me again right then, because did you see how she escalated? I don't know if you can see it or not, but she was getting mad then. So I'm not going there, I'm getting out of the situation. The thing is, here's the thing I think is, like every training we do, we have people go, be really outrageous, be really outrageous. And don't think we don't know kids get really outrageous, okay? We know that. I would love to share with you the best name I was ever called, but it's inappropriate. But anyway, I get that kids get really outrageous. The thing is, it doesn't matter if you're outrageous or you're covertly not okay. The conversation looks the same until you are okay. Like, we just can't go into the conversation with them. But what I'm going to do is, I am now, if you'll remember one of the things we said earlier, you provide a restricted environment to allow for accountability. She's not even close to accountability. She can't even say she's part of the problem yet, okay? So, her life is stopped until she can begin to partner with me. All I'm doing now is going back and touching base to stay in the relationship. And at some point when I think she's starting to move toward being calm enough to have a conversation, then we're going to move forward with the conversation. Okay. Hey, Sherry, you know what? I almost reached out to touch you. Yeah. Hey, are you at a point where we can talk?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think when we talk, I want your voice to sound calm or angry? And do you think when we talk, I want you to answer questions or tell me big stories?
Questions. Answer.
Yeah. And I know that you're mad about you had to be in my room today because of how you're dressed. I know that your mom thinks what you're dressed, that your clothes are cute. I know you think your clothes are cute. You know what I think? I think your clothes are cute too. So what's the big deal? Why are we making such a big deal out of the dress code here?
I have no idea. It's just ridiculous in a way, don't you think?
Well, is it a rule?
I guess.
You know what, I'm wondering if this is too hard still.
It's not hard.
And this may make you mad, and that's okay.
I know, it's a rule.
Okay, what I'm going to say is,
It's a rule.
I'm going to come back.
Did you call my mom?
She obviously doesn't have the same vision as me. I'm no longer in her world, okay? Okay, so you walk away, you flip her off in your pockets on the way to the shop, okay? Make sure you have pockets on for that purpose.
It does make you feel better.
Okay. All right, Sherry, it's June 2017. Sherry, how you doing?
Better.
Can we talk?
Yes.
What am I going to say about your voice? What am I going to say about answering questions?
Use my words.
And if you start to get mad, do we keep talking or stop talking?
You leave.
Absolutely. And so let's talk about the school uniform rule. Let's start with, do you think it's a good rule or a stupid rule?
Very, very, very stupid.
Okay? Is it a rule?
Yes.
So I'm gonna ask you something pretty hard, okay? When there are rules that you think are stupid and you don't like them, do you tend to follow them or break them?
Break.
Absolutely. And what I don't want is you to have to stay in my room all day because you don't like this rule. Or I don't want you to have these conversations with me because you don't like the rule, okay? And I want you to be out in the community with your friends.
They want me too. They're missing me, I bet.
Yes, they are, honestly. You're quite popular, to be honest.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, so let's not even talk about why we have that rule. We just know it's a rule. You didn't make it, I didn't make it, but we gotta follow it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in order for you to be out with your friends in the community and moving around our building, what's gonna be required of you?
Did I change?
Do you have clothes here today to change?
No. That's why you gotta call my mom.
Okay. So I am gonna call your mom, okay? If she can bring you clothes, what do you think will happen?
I'll change and go back to class.
If she's not available to bring you clothes, what do you think will happen?
Then I stay stuck in here.
So, yeah, absolutely, I can call mom. But you know what I want to talk to mom about is not just the fact that you need clothes. I also want to talk to her about what our goal is and what our plan is to meet our goal. Is this the only rule you struggle with, Sherry?
No.
And so what I want to help you with is how to follow rules even when you don't like them, even when you think they're stupid. Can you let me do that?
Yes.
And so let's talk through when you come to school. When you leave your house, are you typically dressed appropriate for the school rules?
No.
Okay. So when you come to school, you're not dressed appropriate, right?
And most teachers don't say nothing.
You know what? I bet that's true. And I bet it's frustrating that I'm making a big deal out of it, isn't it?
You know what's up with that?
Well, you know this about me. I'm pretty picky. That's one thing. But the other thing is, what I don't want is you to think it's okay to break the rules when I'm worried that if you do that later, it might cause you bigger problems. I know that feels stupid, but I want you to trust that I'm on your side.
It is kind of stupid. I'm not trying to be mean to you or anything, but the rule's stupid, and the fact that you always find me feels stupid.
I bet it does.
I don't know.
Well, so my goal is that you, first of all, you're doing a great job having this conversation, and I appreciate your honesty. My goal is that you'll trust me enough to know that when I'm being picky about rules, I'm on your side. Okay? So let's talk about when you come to school, who is going to be the best adult for you to check in with?
Coach.
Okay. Now, if coach is not available, tell me somebody else that might be okay to check in with.
Maybe you.
Okay? Do you think when you check in, we're going to talk about what your night went like, or what you did last night, and what your day's going to look like?
What my day looks like.
Absolutely. And do you think there are going to be some questions that I might ask you?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I'm going to be asking you questions about what?
How I follow rules and respond to adults.
You are so right on. So,
I could be a BIST consultant.
maybe. So, when you come to school and you're not in dress code, are you going to be allowed to go out in the community, or are you going to stay in my room?
Stay.
And so, do we need a plan for if you show up in clothes that are not okay for the dress code here at school? Do we need a plan for having some extra clothes here at school, or what do you think the plan should be?
I should probably have some extra clothes.
Okay, so is that something we need to talk to your mom about when I talk?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I want to talk about we're gonna also spend some time talking about how to respond when you don't like what adults say. But honestly, I'm almost out of time on my plan time, and there are gonna be kids coming in a minute. So I'm gonna follow up with you later. Oh, I touched you, I'm sorry. I'm gonna follow up with you later on that. But real quick, when we tried to talk earlier, did I feel like you were respectful or disrespectful?
I was disrespectful.
And so how will you go about fixing that?
I will apologize to you.
All right, so I don't know if that helps or not. I mean, really honestly, guys, what you got on your side is time. That's what you have on your side. I can't make her okay, but I can be there to problem solve with her when she is okay.
Just as like the kid, it's really hard. Like I remember being challenging in middle school for sure to teachers. But if they would have talked to me like that, it's hard for me to figure out how